And hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome. Welcome to this night of sitting with an angel and learning more about that particular angel. I'm Terry Angel, for those of you who may not be familiar with me. And this is the second in our series. We're going to do one a month of working with the angels, and we'll highlight a different angel every month. So this month just happens to be Archangel Gabriel. And so very happy that it is because this is one that is near and dear to my heart. So I just want to take a minute for us just to breathe. Breathe in and release. Breathe in again, deep into your lungs. Hold that energy in there. Add in a smile and add in some love. When we're doing this, it brings us to a higher brain state. And if you can stay in that mode for 3 minutes, and this is where you really learn and really excel. So we are going to play a game. Anybody like games? Well, I like games. So we're going to start out tonight with some Archangel Gabriel trivia. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to share trivia questions, and those of you who are here in the Zoom room, you can either unmute and tell me what you think the answer is, or you can raise your hand. That would probably be the most efficient way. And then I'll call on you and you can let me know what you think the answer is. So right now I'm going to share a document. I can figure out how to get to my controls. Oh my gosh, what did I do? All right, I got it. So I'm going to share this document and let me know that you can see the document when I do this. I did the wrong thing. Ah, Catherine's on her way into Zoom. Good. So I want to, this is the first time I've shared a document in Zoom and it's really not working well. But I really need to get this up there. Okay. Can you all see the document?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we're going to understand a little bit more about Archangel Gabriel by playing this game. Which holy books mention Gabriel? So your option A is the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament. B is the Quran. C is the Kitab-i-Aqdas. And D is all of the above. So for some that may not be familiar with these holy writings, the Kitab-i-Aqdas, and I looked up the pronunciation of this, was written in Arabic around 1873, also known as the Mother Book or the Most Holy Book and the Charter of the Future World Civilization. It's from the Baha'i faith, and it's a religion founded in the 19th century that teaches the essential worth of all religions and the unity of all people. The Holy Quran is the holy book or the scripture of the Muslims. It lays down for them the law and commandments, codes for their social and moral behavior, and contains a comprehensive religious philosophy. The language of the Quran is also Arabic. So, out of those choices, Auntie Jean, I saw you raise your hand. Do you have an answer for us?
D.
D, all of the above. Did anybody else say D? This is the interactive part. You guys can speak now. Did anybody say anything other than D? Okay, well, the answer is D, all of the above. All right, you guys, I want you to unmute because I want you to be able to participate in this. That was the first question. So Gabriel, some people think, oh, it was only in the Holy Bible, right? In those scriptures, but nope. Angels have been mentioned in, I'm going to say this with 99.9% certainty, have been mentioned in all of the writings in the Holy Scriptures for all religions. So let's go to the next question. What is the Archangel Gabriel primarily known for in the Abrahamic religions? Being the angel of death, acting as a messenger of God, guarding the gates of heaven, or leading the army of angels? But you can type in the chat, though, Jean Walensky, and thank you for being here. We're playing Archangel Gabriel trivia. Okay, so Lynn has put her answer in that Archangel Gabriel is primarily known as acting as the messenger of God. Anybody else get that one? Yes, no, maybe? Y'all are making my job very difficult tonight.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. I forgot I could talk.
Yes, you have a voice. So yes, Gabriel is known as the messenger of God. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that after we finish our game. So let's go to the next question. Which significant event in Christianity does Gabriel announce to Mary? Was it the Last Supper, the crucifixion, the Immaculate Conception, or the resurrection?
C, C,
See,
C, C, C.
we see.
We see the Immaculate Conception. Gabriel was the angel that came and announced to her, and it's documented that his words were, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. The Immaculate Conception, that's right. And that's where the Hail Mary comes from, in case you didn't know. Okay, in the Quran, what was the name given to the angel Gabriel as he revealed the book to Prophet Muhammad? Jibril, Azrael, Israfil, or Mikhail? Charlie says it's B. Is that Blue Jean? You've got
Yes.
two Jeans. Blue Jean says A.
A.
Gracie says A. Lynn says
Or C.
okay, it is A. Jibril, which sounds a lot like Gabriel, doesn't it?
Yes.
A, Jean.
Okay, which book of the Hebrew Bible first mentions Gabriel by name? Was he in Genesis, Exodus, Daniel, or Psalms?
Oh.
Did I stump you on this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I say.
Okay, Lynn's going to say A, Genesis, the very first book of the Bible. But the answer is actually C.
Oh, Daniel.
Yep, Daniel.
That's right, in the lion's den.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. In addition to the birth of Jesus, who else did Gabriel announce the birth of? Was it Matthew, Abraham, Peter, or John the Baptist?
Oh.
Okay, Charlie says it's Peter.
Oh, I think it was D, John the Baptist.
I think you are right, Auntie Jean. Yes, he announced the birth of John the Baptist and actually predicted or foretold that John would be born before Jesus, which is how that happened. All right, we're almost done. Gabriel is often depicted with which of these symbols in Christian art? A sword, a trumpet, a lily, or a scroll? Charlie says it's a trumpet. Lynn says it's a trumpet.
I agree, a trumpet.
It is a trumpet. Now, there are some depictions of him with a lily. I have seen that, but I think most of us just envision him with the trumpet because, there's a lot of writing about how he sounds the trumpet when he's going to make an announcement. How many wings is Gabriel described as having in the Quran? Did he have 2 wings, 44, 8, or 600? That's magi, if you heard a shaking. Oh, you've seen Gabriel with the lily. Yes, I've seen that in paintings as well. All right, so I know that not a lot of people are familiar with the Quran that watch us here at Enlightened World. So I'll go ahead and give you the answer. And it is 600 wings. And it was described as covering the horizon, where that was all you could see was his beauty and his majesty and how expansive his energy is. Charlie, you thought it? You can guess. It's okay. All right. I think this is the last one. In some mystical Jewish traditions, what is Gabriel sometimes associated with? The strength of God, the mercy of God, the wisdom of God, or the judgment of God?
C. C, 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 C.
We have C.
I agree, C.
That was cute.
Be wrong.
Well,
Judgment. Mercy.
he's known as the mercy of God and the strength of God and the wisdom
And
of
the
God.
wisdom of God. All
Oh,
three.
Have not seen him described as the judgment of God, but so there you go. There's a little world history for you tonight. Didn't think
woohoo.
you'd be getting that, did you? Now I got to figure out how to get this off of here. Let me see. Oh, thank you. I thought, I like to make teaching fun. I think that is the best way that we can really learn is if we can have fun doing it. I got to figure out how to get us back to regular view. Let's see if that works. Aha, I did it. And welcome, Sherry. You all bear with me. Zoom has changed so many things, and it's not my number one choice in presenting, but this is what works. So this is what we're doing. All right. So did you like that? Did you enjoy it? Did you get a smile on your face?
Yes.
Good, good. All right, so let's talk about Gabriel. So the suffix el, which is at the end of Gabriel's name, Michael's name, Raphael, Uriel, that suffix means of God. And in the case of Gabriel, it's the strength of God, or God is my strength. He's the angel of communication. Imagine that, with him being the messenger angel. He always brings us more clarity. That's what I love about Gabriel. If I am a little fuzzy about something, or I just need to be enlightened more about a subject or a question I have, I know that Gabriel is the one I'm going to turn to, because he always spells it out for me where I can understand it. So he's also known, like I said, as the messenger angel, the angel of revelation, and the angel of the sea. Anybody else heard that before? That Gabriel is the angel of the sea?
No.
It makes sense because his element is water. And I love that when Gabriel comes in, he can really clear things up with water. Just envision if you have a dirty windshield and you're driving in your car. It's really hard to see, isn't it? Beyond all that dirt and dust and muck, and especially after it snowed and the snow melts, it's really dirty. So anyway, Gabriel comes in with water, and it's like he washes your windshield. You're able to see more clearly. You can see more ahead of you. Gabriel is of the fourth energy ray, which is the white color of the energy. So when he comes in, I've seen Gabriel different times with different colors, but mostly I see the white, just like a big aura all around him. And that white energy is purifying. That's what that fourth ray does. It just purifies and clears. And I had another document, but I'm not even going to mess with putting documents up anymore. So I'm just going to share with you what I had. The white ray, which is the fourth ray, is communication, revelation, and divine messages. Now, if you're interested in learning more about those rays, I'd really love to do a class on it, and we can go more fully into that energy. But the white ray is communication. It's where, if you want to get messages and you want to get downloads, just set your intention, ask Gabriel to bring you into that white ray, that fourth ray of light. Gabriel's also the angel of the West, which makes total sense. Now, all angels can appear in any direction, but you all know, if you're familiar with me, I love to call the angels in with their corresponding direction. And Gabriel is the West angel. He's more prominent there because the West is the area of wisdom. So as we go clockwise, we have Raphael in the east, the beginning, the healing that takes place with Raphael. Then you have Michael in the south, and Michael is fire. So that energy is very heated there. And then we come to Gabriel in the west with the water. What gemstones is he associated with? Well, I always have white gemstones with me, or clear quartz energy. So what I did this whole week, I meditated with Gabriel with my healer stone, which is white, clear quartz. He also can be communicated more clearly with selenite, howlite, citrine, and aquamarine, which connects you with that water energy, and with that, it is the stone of the sea. We talked earlier about how Gabriel has made announcements, proclamations, and that beautiful proclamation that he made to Mary when he came to her and let her know that she was going to be birthing Jesus was so beautiful. And when I hear the Hail Mary, I'm not Catholic, but I love hearing the Hail Mary. It just rings such a beautiful energy in. And so I'm going to say it again. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of their womb, Jesus, of thy womb, sorry. So isn't it beautiful to know that Gabriel was the one that said those words? So now when you hear somebody saying the Hail Mary, you know where that came from and you know the significance of it, that he was letting her know that this was the announcement of what was to take place. So last month we met Archangel Haniel, and I explained how in the Kabbalah there is a teaching called the Sephirot, and nobody has corrected me yet, so I'm going to keep pronouncing it that way. The Sephirot are an important concept in Kabbalah. It's a mystical doctrine with psychological meaning. In the cosmos, Sephirot are seen as 10 emanations of God in the world. On the personal level, the Sephirot are also energy centers in our own bodies. So behind me, which way? This way. Behind me, this is a diagram of the Sephirot. And you can see I put a little asterisk, 2 asterisks right there. That's where Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, sits in this schematic. So what does that mean? He's connected with the Yesod. I hope that's how it's pronounced. The Yesod is the foundation of the whole thing. And as the angel of revelation, Gabriel is a master communicator. So God has assigned Gabriel to be in charge of the tree's foundation. This represents the tree of life, is what we're looking at. And in that role, Gabriel connects people to God through messages of faith and helps people rely on their faith in God to make transitions in life. So when you think about the changes that we go through, the experiences we have, the lessons that we learn, Gabriel is helping us to keep centered and balanced. And I'm going to do a meditation for you to communicate with Gabriel. And that's one of the things we're going to do. We're going to see that cord that Gabriel is going to take all the way down into the earth to ground us. So when you think about meditating or praying, or even just sitting in the presence of the angels, just know that Gabriel can help you to get more centered because he's right there at that foundation level of the tree of life. I loved it when I read that. Okay, so I want at this point to see if there are any questions that you all might have. Anything that didn't make sense that you'd like explained more fully. If there's something you want to add. I know most of you, I think I know everybody here. Yes, I do. And I know that you believe in angels and that you have been with me through the years as I teach more about these angels and revisit some of their energy. So maybe you've had an experience with Gabriel. If anyone wants to share an experience, we have time if you would like to do that. So open it up to anybody who would like to share or ask a question. Once, going twice. Let me just see if there's anything in the chat.
I have always believed, well, we know it's true that angels don't have a gender. But Gabriel has always been kind of double gendered to me. He always had female qualities as well as male. But lately I've noticed he just always appears male. It's like he's got his warrior clothes on or something. He seems to be ready for a battle or for anything. So I just wanted to mention that, see if anybody else has been experiencing that.
Thank you, Jean. I appreciate you bringing that up. Angels really do not have a gender. They're not like us humans. They were created before humans were created. However, that being said, they will appear to us in whatever way we can relate to them the most. And it could depend. There may be times when you need a softer touch from an angel. So Gabriel, as some people call this angel, may appear, and it may be in a feminine form. It may be soft, it may be wise. Not that men aren't, but that's how some people experience Gabriel. Other people, and at other times, you might need some strength. He is known as the strength of God. So you might feel that angel's energy as more strong and masculine, able to hold up the world if he needed to. So thank you. I appreciate you bringing that up because it's so interesting. I've interacted with the angels my whole life, and there are still some of them that I only see the female form when they come in. I only see Jophiel as female, although I know there are people who have experienced that angel as a feminine, a male aspect. So it just depends on what we need at any given moment. And it's interesting because even though they can show up as a feminine form or a male form, we still know that's that angel because of their essence, because of what they bring to us. And Gabriel is very easy to recognize when he or she comes to you because so strong but gentle. And Gabriel does a lot of teaching, you guys. I really feel like he works well with teachers and anybody who explains things to others. He's one that gives that clarity of thought and the direction for you. So as Jean asked the question, anybody else feel like you've shifted maybe in the way Gabriel has appeared to you? We have just another minute for sharing if somebody wants to share. And you can also just type it in the chat if you don't want to unmute and speak. I really want to make this interactive because I think you'll get a lot more out of it if you hear not just my voice, but if you hear things from other people. Lynn says Gabriel has always been male when he comes to you. Yeah, I have experienced the feminine side of Gabriel, but most of the time it's been the male energy that has come through. So thank you for sharing that.
So,
All right. Go ahead, Gracie.
so would it mean that when we are in our states of meditation and asking and just being, that when we see white light, it could also be Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel?
Absolutely. Yeah, the white light probably coming from that white ray as it enters into your field of awareness. Definitely. So what I do, this is something I've done for, I guess, most of my life, is when I feel another energy present, I ask who it is. I ask three things, actually. Who are you? Why are you here? And how can I help you? And it just opens up a line of communication. So if there is a spirit that comes in and maybe it's a loved one, then I'm asking because I want to know, who are you? How can I help you? You've showed up here in my field of awareness. So obviously, I know there's a purpose for everything, and obviously there's a reason to be here. So it's the same with the angels. If you don't know who it is, ask. I remember the first time I met Metatron. Woo, Archangel Metatron is huge energy, you guys. Very, very huge energy. We'll talk about Metatron when it comes to be his month. But when I first encountered Metatron, it was almost scary. And I don't get scared very often, but it was such a huge energy that it was overwhelming. And I just stood back and all the hairs on my arms were raised. And I said, "Who are you? I don't know your energy." And I asked Metatron to tone it down a bit. And you can do this. You guys, talk to the angels just like we talk to each other. This is really important that, they're not gods. They were created before us by God. We don't pray to them. We don't worship them. They're here as our helpers. So why wouldn't you have a conversation with them, just like you do with another human? Just ask, who are you? I'm not familiar with your energy. Can you help me get to know you a little better? So if you've never encountered Gabriel, and maybe all of a sudden you're seeing a lot of white, or you're seeing a bright light that comes in, just ask, is that you, Gabriel? Is this a visit from the messenger angel? And do you have a message for me? So you'll get confirmation when that happens. When you ask, you will receive. So ask the question, who are you? And why are you here? How can I help you? All right, so the part we're going to go into now, and I would like for everybody to mute your microphones if you haven't already, so we can all pay attention to what's happening, because this is going to be calling in the divine energy and asking Archangel Gabriel to activate us to his energy and attune us. So the first thing I want to do is to call in the energy of the West, since we know that's where Gabriel's energy is focused. I call to the energy of the West, to the healing waters, and to the place where the veil is at its thinnest, to the evening and twilight energies. I call to the medicine direction and to the birthplace of emotion, to the gifts of healing. I invite owl, otter, salmon, and all creatures of the sea, lakes, and streams. I welcome flexibility, grace, and flow. I invite the energy of Black Cohosh, Angelica, and Lotus. I welcome all my ancestors and loved ones who dwell in this direction, and ask that you join me and bless this space with the energy and spirit of the West. Let's just take a moment and drink that in, giving honor to this direction, honor to the wisdom that resides there, that open portal that we can receive messages, we can receive the love that's held there by the creatures of the seas and the waters, and by spirits that are holding energy and holding space here. So if you would, just take a breath in. Archangel Gabriel, messenger of divine wisdom and light, I call upon you to connect with your loving energy now. May your presence bring clarity, communication, and divine guidance. I open my heart and mind to receive your messages with gratitude. So to yourself, you can say it out loud if you're muted. I am open to receiving Gabriel's guidance. I speak my truth with clarity and love. I am guided by divine light in all my communications. And I welcome this attunement to Archangel Gabriel's energy. I now just sit with that energy and let it flow through me, around me, and lift me with guiding grace. You may feel an energy at your crown chakra. That's what I was experiencing as I was going into the crowd and just seeing what Gabriel was doing with each of you. It feels like he put a symbol right in your crown chakra, and that symbol is there now. It resides in you. So when you do reach out to him, just with your intention, with your thought, with your words, that symbol is activated and it will keep flowing through you because it's a beautiful, beautiful opening, a portal opening to higher communication with the angels and especially with Archangel Gabriel. So let's spend a few moments with Gabriel. You may still feel the energy flowing, and that's good. That's a good thing. Just allow it to flow. If you want to write down anything during this time that we're going to spend with Gabriel, you can do so, or if you want to wait and watch the replay of this, and it'll bring to memory what it is that you received in. If you want to share it with us, you're very welcome to put in the comments whatever comes through for you. If something does come into your field of awareness, don't try to analyze it. Don't try to make sense of it, because many times when we receive messages, they don't make sense right away. As I channel in angels, many, many times they give me an image. So you might see just an image. You might see a word. You might hear Gabriel say something to you that's a message just for you. Or it may be a message for the world. But just see what comes through. See what happens at this time that we're going to go into our hearts. And I'm going to guide us into this beautiful connection with Gabriel. You might see a flash of white light. That is Gabriel's signature. When you see that flash, just know that Gabriel has arrived. So don't overthink it. Just relax, focus on your breath. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to breathe in to the lungs and just really focus your energy on that breath. Envision a beautiful silvery white color. See it coming from up above and bring it in with your breath to your heart center. Everything else right now is just taking a back seat. Be totally focused on that silver white light. Let it come right to your heart center and anchor it there. Every time you breathe in, see more of that white light entering into your heart, into your energy. The more you breathe in deeply and exhale slowly, you'll feel your body start to relax. Maybe your shoulders are going to start drooping, or maybe you'll sit lower in the chair that you're in, or find yourself just reclining. I want you now to bring your awareness to the bottom of your feet. See that same silvery white cord traveling all the way down the length of your body and coming out the bottom of your feet As it does so, it goes down into the earth realm, and Gabriel is guiding this. It's flowing through right to the center of Gaia. And in the center of Gaia, Mama Gaia holds a clear quartz crystal. So watch as that silver thread, that silver cord, wraps around the quartz crystal. It's just being entwined into that quartz energy, clearing and cleansing, securely anchoring you to the earth energy as it brings in a calmness. Just spend a moment there, connecting in with the quartz, connecting in with that silver white light of Gabriel. And now let your awareness come back up through that cord. The cord itself is staying with the crystal, but there's a part of it that's coming back up into your energy field. Allow that energy to flow now upward through your knees, through your legs, through your torso, to the abdominals, your chest, your shoulder, down your spine. Feel the energy of it now as it comes back to your throat, to your neck, and to your head, around the third eye, and now into the crown chakra at the top of your head. And as it does so, it's going upward to your soul star chakra just above your crown and connecting in with this silvery white energy to your higher self. We now invite in the energy of the angels and the archangels because we're grounded now from the earth up to your soul star. So we're going to ask the angels to come forward, and we're going to invoke first the energy of Archangel Michael. Michael holds this as a sacred space for us, so we can really connect in with Gabriel. So just know that it's safe. Michael has put a light around us, a grounding cord and a barrier so that nothing can get through that's not supposed to be here. Only love and light can come into your field of awareness. Now see this light of Gabriel, the white silvery light, growing larger, expanding out. See your feet getting bigger, that energy around them just encompassing your feet and connecting you with the energy of pure love, because that's what the angels represent. That's all they know is pure love. Now, as you watch your energy center expand even more, look right in front of you and envision two white pillars of light. This is a gateway that you are creating. And through this gateway, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones, ascended masters, they can come closer to you. And Gabriel is leading the way. Gabriel comes through first. And as he does so, what do you feel? What are you experiencing? Do you feel the coolness of the water? Are you starting to see things open up inside of you? It might get a little warmer as more of them come through that gateway, because that's what happens when we're in the presence of divine love. It's warm, it's inviting, it's nourishing to our soul. Archangel Gabriel would like to connect and communicate with you now. This is the angel of communication, the angel of clarity. So whatever it is that's needed to be brought forth will be shown at this time. This is the time to ask your questions of Gabriel. It's the time to say, Gabriel, this is what my heart really wants to know right now. This is what I need to understand more fully in my life. Perhaps there's an issue or a problem that you're experiencing, and you would like to understand how to proceed. What do I do? Many times I ask, what do I do with this? Avoid asking why. There may be something that's very unclear and you don't know the reasoning for it. Just ask, what am I supposed to know about this? What am I supposed to do to move forward with this issue? Stay away from calling it a problem, because all of our lessons are just that. Our experiences are lessons. And when we say problem, it gives it a negative connotation. But if you're dealing with something and you want more information and more insight, just say, this is what's going on. Can I have more clarity? What do I need to know? What do I need to understand? Open up your heart. Open up to possibility. We don't have all the answers. That's why we're here. We're here inviting this angel to help us with whatever it is that's on our heart, on our mind. So right now, as you're asking your question, feel the energy as Gabriel places the hand of light upon you. Feel the energy flow through your hands and see, feel, or know that Gabriel is right there with you, flowing energy into your being. Feel that energy traveling up your arms, across your shoulders. And now watch this light as it eliminates whatever is cloudy inside of you. He's actually lighting up your energy field so that you can see more clearly. Just allow whatever happens to come through. And don't worry if you don't see or feel or hear anything. It's perfectly okay, because you're communicating with this angel on the subconscious level. So your conscious mind may not even know what Gabriel's saying to you, and that's okay, because what's taking place on that subconscious level is an opening, and it will come to your mind when you need it at that exact moment. It's all about divine timing. So when you're ready to accept the answer that Gabriel brings to you, it's already there in your subconscious mind. So let's just take a moment. Maybe you've already gotten clarity. Maybe you're just starting to see an image or hear a word or be pointed in a direction. We're just going to give a moment to sit here in this flow of energy and allow the release that's happening with clearing up anything that you don't need to bring in what you do need. So I'll be quiet as we all focus on what it is that you want to hear from your angel. When you feel that you are complete with your communication with Gabriel, you might want to just jot down some notes. You can type it in the chat, or you can just jot it down, or just remember it. make a note in your mind to remember this moment. Remember the peace that happened, that came over you as you sat with this angel. And what we're going to do now is we're going to release Michael. And thank you, Michael, for holding this as sacred space. So just envision that Michael now releases us and goes back through that gateway, those two pillars of light that we opened up as a gateway, and see Michael going through those and any of the other guides, loved ones, angels and archangels, any of divinity that was here present. Let's just thank them for doing the work with us tonight, for helping us to understand more fully, because when we have an unknown, it can be a little daunting. But when we can get clarity and we know we're heading in a direction that's our path, it makes it so much easier. Know that these angels and archangels can come back anytime. All you have to do is envision that gateway, envision those two pillars of light. So now we're just left with Gabriel. Just take a minute and say thank you to this beautiful angel who has brought insight, who brought an activation to his energy, and who wants to communicate, who wants to help. So say thank you as we release his energy to go back through the gateway, closing down those pillars of light. Take a deep breath in and become aware now of those grounding cords that were brought into Mother Earth. Focus on the color red to see red grounding energy and release the cords. Feel your feet and whatever is beneath your feet, the ground. Maybe it's carpet, maybe it's tile or wood. Just feel that energy and come back into the room when you're ready. And we want to give so much gratitude to these angels that helped, especially Archangel Gabriel. Gratitude to God the Creator, to all of divinity, and gratitude to each one of you who showed up tonight. I'm so grateful for you and grateful that you were here participating in the information that was presented and the activation to Gabriel's energy. So take a moment, and when you're ready, I would love for you to unmute and share any thoughts, anything that you got from this time together tonight. And welcome to those who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube. Prachetta, hello, I'm so glad you're with us. And I think I saw Marlene come in earlier. Thank you for being here. So at this time, if you would, just unmute your mics or you can type in the chat. Sometimes if I go into a deep meditation like that, I don't think words could come out. But if you do have something to share, I would love for you to do that at this time. Absolutely. Lynn has a comment. I learned he might not always tell us what we want to hear. Exactly. Because we don't know the bigger picture. We don't get all the access like the angels do to see things more clearly. But he will help us if we ask to understand more fully about the whys, even though we don't want to ask it in a why question. He'll clear that up for us. That, this is what we need to understand.
I'm almost done, but she's bored.
Andrea, did you want to share?
Oh, sorry, I was typing slowly. Really slowly. I just wanted to say it felt really magical. And when you said we'd get hot, my face feels like it's like I've been out in the sun for hours and hours. It's so funny, but yeah, thought the whole class was wonderful, Terry. Thank you so much.
Thank you for saying that, and thank you for being here. Yeah, you know, there's sometimes when I'm with the angels, especially if I'm doing a healing session, I sometimes just have to sit down because the heat can be so overwhelming. And it does happen both ways. It can be like a cool breeze, or it can be that intense heat. So I'm glad that you felt that energy. You were very surrounded. Anybody else? I'm going to check the chat here. And Lynn said immediately when we started, even before you called him in, my left ear ached. Then I saw a white swirl around me and a big hug. Oh, I love that. I love hugs from spirit. Beautiful. Thank you for that, Lynn. And thank you, Susan, for being with us on YouTube. Oh, I'm so glad you were here for it, Prachetta. Prachetta is just starting her day because she is in India, and this is how she started her day today. So I think that's beautiful. Okay, well, we have another couple of minutes if anyone would like to share. All right, then. Well, we will end this with some gratitude, grateful for the help that we have navigating through this thing called life. It can be difficult. You know, we sometimes have experiences that are overwhelming. We have experiences that we don't know what to do, how to deal with it. But we always have the angels, always. They don't go away, they don't sleep, they don't punch a clock. They're always there for us. So I encourage you to get to know them more fully. That's the reason behind doing these classes, is so you can get to know their energy and you can know that they're there for you to reach out. Auntie Jean said, I just let him take me wherever he wanted. I never tried to control anything, and it was beautiful. Oh, thank you. It is, and that's what I do. I sit with the angels every night. I receive messages from them every night in meditation, and then I share those with all of you. But I don't try to dictate it. I don't try to say, okay, now I want to talk about this. I just ask, what do you want me to know right now in this present moment? So I encourage you all to do that, to sit with them and say, what do you want me to know right now? Is there a message you have for me? Is there something you want to teach me or help me understand more fully? And you won't be disappointed. And as I said earlier, it may not come immediately. It may not be something that you have an aha moment or like lightning has struck. It may come into your field of awareness slowly. It may be a day later, it may be a week, a month, but there will be a moment when that will be called to your conscious thought, and you'll know, oh, that's what Gabriel was trying to tell me. So there's no judgment, just love. So just allow that and be lenient with yourself and allow yourself to know that, you know, when the timing is right, the words will appear. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, Sue. I appreciate you so much. Sue Seekoff with Enlightened World Network has been with us, and she's been monitoring the messages on Facebook, and I appreciate that so much, Sue. All right, well, I will see you all back here next month, and we'll talk about another angel. But in the meantime, let's just don't even focus on who's next or what's coming up. I want you to take these next few weeks and really focus on Gabriel. Focus on getting to know Gabriel better. Re-listen to this teaching tonight and see if maybe more clarity comes to you from what was discussed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be the conduit to bring you this information from the angels. I love you. I bless you. And I want to thank Enlightened World Network for letting us air this on this platform. As always, I love you. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. And namaste, y'all. Good night and God bless.